Ken Sim. He's the mayor of Vancouver, he's seeking re-election, and he admits he's not perfect.
I'll be the first one to acknowledge where, I could have done a better job and where we've made mistakes.
That was the mayor this week in an interview that he requested with us. There were no announcements he wanted to make and nothing major on council's agenda this month. But Sim and his ABC team are starting to gear up for his re-election bid in October. And so the mayor has done a series of interviews to highlight very specific priorities.
We want to make sure that we work on public safety, affordability. Public safety is a big focus. Affordability is a big focus. Right now, we have to make sure that FIFA is incredibly successful while we also invest in public safety and we also make life more affordable.
So spoiler alert, you're going to hear a lot from the mayor about safety and affordability this year. And he wants to talk about this because he thinks he can make the case. After years of rising numbers, after all, both rental prices and assaults are down. But that doesn't mean Vancouver residents are down with Sim. In a December poll, just 30% of local residents said the city was on the right direction, and just 21% said Sim deserved a second term. Which means the mayor also has to make mea culpas.
But I do think leadership isn't about getting everything perfect and right from day one. It's about, acknowledging where, things didn't work out as well, and pivoting.
Pivoting. It's a specific word choice, and Sim used it 2 other times in our interview. The first came when he talked about his years-long quest to get rid of the Vancouver Park Board, a quest that has now been dropped. Sim says that for the indefinite future, there will be no more lobbying the province and no referendum on getting rid of it. It sounds a little bit, though, like you're backing away from something you spent a couple years saying was really important for the city to do, and that it would save lots of money, and that you looked at how the park board operated, and that you made up your mind that it didn't work for the city, and now it's something that in the future might happen.
Yeah. So, when we talk about leadership style, as an example, and how it evolves, right now, as a leader of this city with our ABC councillors, we look at this every single day. Public safety is a big focus. Affordability is a big focus. I think, we have people in the city of Vancouver that are struggling to put a meal on the table. And while we will still make sure that we have vibrant parks, we really have to pivot and say, look, this is a pressing issue that we have to address. FIFA's coming up in a couple of months.
So no more getting rid of the park board. And there's another thing that he used to talk a lot about.
Becoming a Bitcoin-friendly city.
In late 2024 and early 2025, the mayor went on about a dozen podcasts to talk about how important Bitcoin is. He also said,
I think it's the greatest invention ever in human history.
He hasn't done an interview about Bitcoin in months, shortly after his party lost big in the by-election. So we asked the question, is it still the greatest invention in human history? Is it still a hill you're willing to die on, or have you deprioritized it a bit?
No, I think it's incredible. It's super important. And right now, public safety, affordability, those are 2 big things that we have to work on.
And why exactly was that?
While we'd love to work on a bunch of things, we really, once again, back to the leadership style that we talked about. You pivot and you listen to the residents of Vancouver and you focus on what they're really asking for right now.
You could call it rebranding, refocusing, or just politics 101. But what it clearly shows is what Sim would like to talk about, and it will be up to voters to either pivot to another mayor or reward that shift with a second term. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Vancouver.